Hello ladies and gents, this is KANO from the gamer section and I'm back with another review. For today's review is on Atomic Heart Blood on Crystal for the Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and PC. In this DLC you play as Agent P3 again, picking up after the catastrophic at Facility 3826. As the story continues to unfold, Charlie's, formerly Zalarov, have survived. In this DLC, you play as Agent P3 again, picking up after the catastrophic at Facility 3826. As the story continues to unfold, Charlie's, formerly Zalarov, have survived and has seek to hijack Dr. Excuse me if I'm butchering the words, Zekhanov's Collective 2.0, aiming to gain control over humanity through the system itself. This pushes you and your allies into a new mission where you must penetrate the Crystal Complex, a high-tech facility designed for creating and adapting advanced life forms. As you progress, you encounter polymorphosis, new enemies created by Charlie's that force you to consistently adapt your combat style and think more strategically in each fight. These encounters add more pressure and variety, making each battle feel more and more unpredictable and dangerous. Eventually, everything builds towards a finale. All-out showdown against Charlie's, bringing the conflict between humanity and rogue AI to a climatic resolution.
Yeah. How come you're always wearing that thing? Aren't you hot?
The overall presentation to Atomic Heart Blood on Crystal is largely consistent with the base game. The graphics still hold up well, especially on the environment side, with detailed and atmospheric locations that keep the world looking strong and immersive. However, I did notice that the character models don't quite reach the same level of quality, feeling like a slight step down in comparison. The menu system also remains unchanged from the base game, keeping everything familiar and straightforward. Sound design continues to be solid, with clear audio for movement, combat, and weapon fire that helps keep the action impactful. The music is very much action focused throughout, maintaining a actual high energy tone during most moments. Performance is also stable, with the game running at 60 frames per second, sometimes on the Xbox Series X version. Atomic Heart Blood on Crystal is the final DLC of the base game and is a first-person shooter. As you move through the DLC, you're introduced to new enemies called polymorphs, mysterious elemental shifting creatures designed to force you to consistently adapt your combat style. They don't stick to one pattern, so every encounter pushes you to think faster and switch tactics on the fly. The combat itself feels more intense than before, especially with some of the most insane boss battles you'll face in Facility 3826, making each major fight a serious challenge. To help you deal with these new threats, you get an upgraded arsenal, but not really, where you can create new weapons, but not really, upgrade them, and craft different items to improve your chances of survival and combat options. This adds more depth to your loadout, giving you more ways to adapt and prepare for what's ahead. I ran into some serious technical issues like boss loot just floating in the world and not being able to interact even after reloading saves. On top of that, some achievements didn't track properly, and there were moments where the saves didn't feel reliable either. Performance wasn't stable for me 100%, with noticeable stuttering, frame rate spikes, and even occasional crashes during loading screens. When it comes to the gameplay, I found the combat a bit repetitive, and a lot of the quest structure felt like a padding that dragged the experience out. New Game Plus also feels a little bit off balance, since early areas throw you against over-tuned enemies before you can even get access to like key weapons. Overall, these issues made the experience feel more frustrating than it should have been. It started to break the flow of progression, especially when bugs and balance problems stacked together. While there are good ideas here, the lack of polish really held the game back for its overall experience for me. For that, I give Atomic Heart Blood on Crystal a 2 out of 5. Thank you for tuning into the best place for independent gaming journalism, and that's the gamer section. Be sure to hit the like button on the video and please subscribe to the channel.